I'm talking. I said, let me play this Aaliyah right quick. Aaliyah is bopping, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Welcome to Let's Talk About It with No Topic. It's off topic. Y'all know we got the guest today, Bree Comedy on this thing. Since she ain't banned from TikTok. Yo, what's y'all? Yeah, y'all see the flyer. Y'all see the flyer. Make sure y'all get y'all shows. We almost out of VIPs. We only got general admission tickets left. So if y'all in the Virginia Beach area, make sure y'all come check out me and Bree Comedy live on stage at the vendor venue in Virginia Beach on Atlantic Ave in Virginia.
Do that.
Okay, December 18th. It kicks us off, bro. It kicks us the fuck off.
Right. All right.
That motherfucking tea is
So,
spicy than a motherfucker. God damn, shit. I'm talking about, man, the light is on us, man. I'm talking about the light is hitting us. Everybody saying hey to you over here. Yeah, man, what's been going on
hey,
with you and TikTok, man? You've been getting more heat than a little bit.
man, listen. So what I figured out is, if you in the creators fund, get out of it.
I could
Get
have
out of
told
it.
you that.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. So I guess to keep them from having to pay me, they was banning me. They banned me literally 3 times. The first time was literally over a comment that said, "You got it down, pack 2, killing myself laughing."
Mm.
Okay, and then the other one was because I said ill.
Ew. Wait.
Yeah.
Well, I know lately so sometimes I can't comment on certain people's stuff because they're instantly ban my comment quick. Like I
Yeah.
noticed that's been happening too. But like with that creator fund, it's so much it takes from your views, you know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, they don't want people to go viral and succeed. You only get like a penny
Right.
a view, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but
Exactly.
I mean, you get 1 million views off a video, shit, them pennies add up, you know what I'm saying? But then they double chopping it down, so it's like a third party. So what I learned about that quick. So it's a third party chop down. So
Got it.
if my video hit 10 million views, I'm probably gonna see about $45 of that because it's gonna chop it down between TikTok, the filters, the
Mm-hmm.
songs, the music. They go off every little thing, you know what I'm
They
saying,
cheat.
before you get paid. But I seen they been fucking with your ass a whole lot, and I'm like, I ain't never get your whole account got banned, right?
3 times.
3
So y'all
died.
make sure y'all follow my other account.
Yeah,
Bree
man. Yeah, I
underscore
definitely gotta
comedy.
follow the other account, definitely. But listen, no,
3.
I don't know. I know when I started going viral, and people started
Mm-hmm.
engaging so much in my page, my content was getting taken
Mm-hmm.
down. I was, getting hate speech. My videos would be muted. It was all types of shit. So I think it's just you still stepping on their necks. Keep stepping on their necks, man. And as much as we want to like get rid of TikTok, it's so addictive. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't get rid of TikTok. It's like because people, you can tell people to follow you on Instagram all day, every day, but they really don't follow. I mean, I have
Mm-hmm.
that struggle too. I barely got to that 19,000, followings
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
That shit hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They think that
It
shit
is.
easy. Now you got
It's
200,
not.
300 some thousand people on TikTok.
Hey, everybody.
Not all them
Mm-hmm.
people gonna follow you on fucking Instagram. But yeah, they
Yeah.
been fucking
They
with
not.
really hard. Yeah, they over here talking about damn.
Yeah.
It's not for us. It ain't for us. And listen. I wish we had the funds to just technically do our own shit. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like black people.
Yeah.
Period. Like I don't think we have. No, I don't. I know we have the technology skill. I know we have the investment skill. It's just like who gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody
Right.
really made no
Right.
app that's for the people. You know what I'm saying? If you want to just be specific on being for the people. But we're gonna dive into let's talk about it because we've been discussing mental health because I dealt with my little issues prior and a couple weeks ago, and still, dealing with it. So I wanted to ask you, what does mental health look like for you in your cases if you ever deal with it sometime?
Okay. Well, mental health for me is something that I've been struggling with since I was 12.
Mm.
Um, I talk about it openly because I feel like it should be talked about.
Right.
So, when I was 12, I was molested for 4 years by my
Mm.
stepbrother. So, mental health for me is big and very important. But as I got older, I've noticed that you have to have a mental health day. Like I was telling you,
Yeah,
take you a
take your
day.
time. Yeah, you did
Take
tell
you
me
a
that.
day. You have to turn your phone off. You have to, even if you got to get in the closet by yourself
Right.
in the dark, you have to do what you have to do to protect your mental health, because for one thing, it's not talked about in the Black community as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
When you want to talk about mental health in the Black community, the first thing that they want to say is, "Oh, that's just the devil. You need to pray about it."
Right, right. Yeah,
You
I
can't
say
pray
they do.
everything
They
away.
do. They do.
You can't pray everything away. So, I take my mental health days. I sit in my car. They pick at me all the time because most of the time when I'm on
You
live,
in your car,
I be in
yeah.
my car,
Uh-huh.
and they be like, "Why you in your car?" But that's how I get my peace.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally my peace. I ride around. I go get my feet done. I go eat, as you can tell. Um, you got to do whatever you can do to protect your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's riding a bike, if you
Right,
notice
right.
that your certain sodas or certain food that you eat that give you comfort,
Mm-hmm.
do that. Do that. You have to do that. Sorry,
So
y'all see me swipe
I was
damn
speaking on
next.
it with Carrot Top on Tuesday, but it's not really known for us masculine identified lesbians to really speak our truth when it comes to, bringing back to what you just said, molestation. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
masculine identified lesbians, I can contest to that, I'm saying, almost being not really following all the way through, but almost being a victim of that, I'm saying. We don't really find spaces to discuss those things and being open
Mm-hmm.
with it, and when we hold it in, that holds a lot of keys to why we have mental health issues, why we have anger issues,
Mm-hmm.
anxiety, why some of us are touch me nots like me and you discussed before, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
do you think being open about it or healing from what happened to you in the past can really help your mental state of mind when you're dealing with your mental health issues or even having a moment?
Mm-hmm. Definitely, because when I kept it bottled up and I didn't talk about it, um, certain things triggered me,
Mm-hmm.
and like I love Law and Order SVU. I don't know somebody who don't. I think
Everybody
everybody
do.
love
Dun dun
that,
dun dun.
but but certain episodes would really like take me back to a point where it's like I'm balled up thinking that I'm still that 12-year-old girl. So as I noticed, like at first when I used to talk about it, but I'd be crying, snot
Mm-hmm.
nose.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very emotional.
But I realized that I was giving him too much power. He still had that power over me. And it's like, you know what, this man done went on and went with his life and probably
Mm-hmm.
done touched other people, and
Right, right.
but I had to I had to get my power back.
Mm-hmm.
I had to give, because he stole it without my consent to begin with.
Right.
So, the more I talk about it, the more I became comfortable, the more I became released. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't feel this heavy weight on my shoulders anymore.
Right, right.
And it made me come in contact with a lot of people who've been through the same thing,
Yeah, yeah.
who's never talked about it.
Right.
It's people that's 40, 50, 60, even younger, that's been
Or
holding
no,
on
we
to
can
these
say this. We
issues.
can say people that's even older that still
Yeah,
hasn't, no harm
talked about
done,
it.
but still hasn't spoken out about certain stuff like that. And
Hmm.
it's so sad, but it's so common with Black families for it to be a relation to you, for it to be a family member, we can say it like that, for
Yeah,
it to be a family
yeah,
member to have done that, and I'm so sorry, I mean, for the both of us, what I'm saying, to even
yeah,
have to
yeah,
deal with that. And I know you were a late bloomer to the gay field on coming out, because I know you joked about it and talked about it a lot, what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So mentally, did that harm you any, or you just was still stuck on other stuff?
Mentally, it did because, well, it wasn't the fact that I was a late bloomer.
Mm-hmm.
I've been
Yeah,
gay
you been gay,
all
but it
my
just
life.
wasn't known until
Yeah,
like your mama was
I
known, right?
just did. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
So my mama, she always knew,
Mm-hmm.
and for a while, my mom was against it. Of course, she was in the church, and it was like, oh, I can't support that. I can't support that. And my thing is, if anybody know me, my mama is my heart.
Right.
Anybody can tell me that it's green outside, and it may be green, but if my mama say it's blue, goddamn
It's
it, it's
blue.
blue.
Right,
Okay,
right. I feel
it's
it.
blue. So it bothered me mentally because everybody around me knew that I was gay. My mom knew I was gay, but I wasn't out.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't out because I worried about how she felt,
Right,
how
right.
she would take it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, for the longest, that bothered me mentally until I actually start living on my own and living in a town, beside, away from her, like an hour, 2 hours away. And I really start to be myself.
Yeah, you could adjust to
And
you quicker.
yeah, and she started to pick up on that.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a conversation with my grandma, and I don't know what conversation that they have per se, but I remember her telling me, I could spend the rest of my life hating you, who you are and what you do, or I could spend the rest of my life loving you.
Mm-hmm.
And when she said that, that was just like, whew.
Right, right.
Now let me tell you, I
Yeah,
want me a pair of
yeah.
boxers. I got this in my book bag. I like this woman, right? Like that's
Yeah, I feel
literally
it though. I feel it.
it was a release. It was a release mentally.
Yeah, yeah,
Literally,
that's
when you're in the
mentally I feel
closet,
like it is a huge relief.
yeah, when you're gay and you have a family that's judgmental.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that my family is judgmental, but you know what I'm saying. If you have a family that's judgmental or that's really into the church, and you was raised this way and you can't do this, it bothers you mentally because of the fact that I'm only doing this and I'm only living this certain way to satisfy you. But
Right.
at some point, you have to be like, you know what? It's about me. This is
Mm-hmm.
my life. So yeah, it bothered me mentally, but after that, you know what I'm saying,
It just was a go. I think a lot of
it
us,
was
and
a
I think a lot
wrap.
of people that's on the live on your end and my end, that's melanated and black, we all literally live the same lives, especially if you
Mhm.
are LGBT. So if you are black
Mhm.
and you gay as hell now, and you grew up in the church, you know what I'm saying, you definitely understand what it's like to have all eyes on you, you know what I'm saying, because that's
Mhm.
that one that be licking
Yeah.
on them
Yeah.
girls. They be in there talking about you and stuff, you know what I'm saying, after. But we all literally have had those moments, because I remember when my mama wasn't
Mhm.
always okay with it. I give it 24 hours. It was just 24 hours, but she still was like, she read me my rights. It's an abomination. You can't do this. I ain't raised no gay children.
Mhm.
Ain't none of y'all blah da da da.
Mhm.
And when I was like, my pop knew I was gay. You know what I'm saying? He's the
Right.
bishop. You know what I'm saying? So when she did her phone calls, because that's what all parents do. She gay? Yeah, she finally told me. She told everybody. And when she called my pop, he was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." She
I
felt,
already knew.
she was mad because as a bishop, he got on them for being in the streets. They had to come on for the street lights. They
Yeah.
always in church Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. All, you know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
she was like, I couldn't do what you did. I got in trouble and condemned to hell for being pregnant in high school. But I'm like, yeah, but I ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
same sex. But
Yep.
mentally, I was already out, like you say, to everyone else. It just was, my daddy and mama, they were so caught up in their own world to where they didn't pay attention. So mentally, for me, it was the fact that I didn't get the attention. You know what I'm saying? I was the
Yeah.
baby,
Yeah.
but the baby boy was doing so much. He playing basketball. He's smart. Valedictorian in high school. He do blah blah. I'm just, in the streets, you know what I'm saying, basically living
Yeah.
my own life. So mentally for me, it was challenging. So when she found out, it was like, whew, well, at least I ain't got to be like, 17, 18, telling my mom I'm gay, you know what I'm saying, try to sneak a girl in, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, doing all this other stuff. But definitely, especially for studs and masculine women, yes. So my next question for you is, what kind of advice could you offer any of the rest of the masculine identified lesbians who are still hurt and dealing with pain from the past of being a victim? Because we don't use our voice. I'm not gonna say we don't have a voice. We have one. We just don't use it.
You
So
don't use it.
with them coming up and telling a
Um.
story, what is there, some type of advice or anything, words, encouragement for them you have?
My best advice is therapy.
Mm,
And the reason that I say that is because, of course, I went to therapy. I made a video about it. Um, Definitely therapy, because when you're going to someone that don't know you, you can release everything that you're holding. And not only that is, a lot of people, I know a lot of masked women will have that hurt, but won't talk. Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
Right.
I'm all right.
Right.
But you're not. You're not. And it shows in certain ways, in certain stuff that triggers you. You're not okay,
And
and it's
it shows
okay.
also in how, their relationships are, and how they are
Right.
with their relationships. Go ahead though.
Right. And it is okay. What I need for us to realize that it's okay to not be okay. And a lot of us put this S on our chest, and we feel like, okay, I can go out here and I can take the world, but you can't.
Right.
You can't do that. So my best advice would be to literally talk to somebody. Hit me up. I tell people
Right.
all the time, if that's something that you really need to get off your chest, and you know me, I have a really big heart. When it comes to that anyway, I love to talk about that because I know how it is. I've been there. I've been in that dark space. I mean, I've literally tried to kill myself multiple times.
Right.
So, and that was because I held on to that for so long. The only person out my whole family that knew what was going on was my cousin. And I begged her not to tell nobody. And you know what I'm saying? It gets to you. It really do.
Yeah,
And
it
I will
does.
also say, take your power back from that person. Understand that you're not a victim, but you're victorious. They tried to
Ooh.
kill you, but they couldn't kill you. You was a rose, so to put water on you and you still grew.
You
You know
see a
what I'm
bloom.
saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, you still bloom. You can't. You don't let them keep that power. Do not.
Yeah, I definitely do. I definitely do appreciate that. And yeah, for any of my masculine identified lesbians that are out there that will watch this, that will see this on the recap on my YouTube channel, and that's watching right now, and you are a victim or was a victim and played a part in a role, if with a family member or a friend or foe, please reach out. It's okay. We need to talk about it. Us as masculine identified lesbians, we really do truly, genuinely need to start loving on one another and helping one another as much as we can. And we definitely need to allow you all the room to reach out to us, give y'all that space, you know what I'm saying, an opportunity and stuff like that. So, Bree.
Somebody said, "Hey there, ladies. What kind of advice can y'all give me as a teacher? How can I support my students?" That's a good question, because
That
I actually
is,
had a
I was
teacher that
just
I
I
was
was just talking about
very,
this.
very close to. As a teacher, I will give the advice of what my teacher did. My teacher, um, in particular, I don't know what drew her to me, but she always knew something was wrong. She knew. So my thing is, pay attention. You got that one student that's gonna act out. More than likely, there's something going on at home. I was that same class clown, didn't pay attention, tried to make everybody laugh, but that was because I was trying to forget what was going on at home. So yeah, make your classroom a safe space. Make it okay
Yes,
for them to
yes.
come to you and talk to you. Just also really just pay attention, because you'll know. You'll
Yeah.
definitely know
And
what.
definitely my advice for you as a teacher is don't get engaged when you see somebody. Teachers can be bullies. Teachers
Yeah.
can be
Yeah.
bullies, and teachers can not want to be in nobody's business until it becomes an issue. You know what I'm saying? If you see
Mm-hmm.
anything like Bree said, definitely pay attention. Keep your eyes open and be aware. Me and Carrot Top talked last Tuesday on this as well, and we also came up with the idea of knowing the body language of your students as well, speaking
Mm-hmm.
to them, having conversations with them, and also keeping that safe space as you as a teacher and them as a student. So if a student
Right.
ever feels the need, if something going on at home, I know I can go talk to Mrs. So and so or Mr. So and so, and
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna be straight. And sometimes what teachers often did for us, because we didn't always have it. We was poor. We didn't have lights. We didn't have food. Water. And
But talk
sometimes if
about
they
it.
noticed that we didn't eat, they would set us food to the side and make sure we ate in
Mm-hmm.
case we had to not go home. And it was often sent home extra sandwiches and money that we can get packs of meat, because the teacher saw what they saw. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to
Right.
loudly speak loud. Sometimes slipping them some McDonald's if you know that they're hungry, slipping them a couple dollars if you know that they need something, talking to them, and definitely knowing their body language and understanding the energy in your classroom. Sage your classroom. Go in the classroom and sage it down. Sage it from the top to bottom.
Oh yeah. They come to me just want to make sure I'm doing all I can do. Oh yeah. If you're doing all that you can do as far as making sure your classroom is safe, making sure you asking what's going on, I would say don't pressure.
Yes, do
Because
not.
once you pressure, that will make them back up from you.
Mm-hmm.
But slowly, just hey, how you doing? Or like you said, give them something to eat or hang around after class. My teacher used to
Yeah,
always
most teachers
say
be.
everybody was going. Yeah, they'd be like, come over here, let's sit down and we'll grade this school together. A lot
Yeah,
of people
get in tune
failed
with them. You know what I'm saying?
because
Because
I was grading y'all papers.
I did that. I did that not for nothing. I did that with a couple of teachers, and and most students will look at it as the teacher's pet and still have something to
Mm-hmm.
say for that. But that's when you start building that confidence up within that student. Because I had that. I was quiet. People be like, "Oh, you talk so much now. You a comedian." But if you knew me in school, middle school, until my junior year in high school, I was quiet. Mute. Didn't
Right.
say shit. Didn't say nothing. Because I had a lot going on at home as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So roll into this next topic on before me and you switch off on this thing was masculine identified lesbians often catch hell in the workplace when it comes to bias in the work system. Most men feel like a
Yes.
masculine identified lesbian cannot do a man's job, and it's
Mm-hmm.
been all types of stereotypes when it comes to what a woman can and cannot do. And I'm not
Do
speaking on
yeah.
just women, period, because women has come up and showed men that we can drive 18-wheelers, we can change 18-wheeler beds, we can move furniture, we can move houses, we can build houses, we can do all types of things. But when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to masculine identified lesbians, we do often get picked on, bullied, and talked about when we're doing a job that is in a more manly field. Have you ever
Feel yeah.
worked or been in a situation where it was biased at the workplace with you being a lesbian, a masculine identified lesbian?
I was actually fired for that.
Uh-oh.
So, I'm gonna call them out. Verizon.
Verizon?
Uh,
And then me my ass
yeah,
doing Keisha
I
from Verizon.
Verizon. Yeah, I was actually in the mall here in my hometown. We had a Verizon stores out in the mall, and I talked to. Matter of fact, they called me. I think I put a application on Indeed. So I had went, of course, and the guy there, I knew from the jump the way he greeted me. I already knew it was something, me and him weren't gonna get along because
Right.
he was like, so yeah, what exactly do you feel like you should dress like? And I said, whatever makes me comfortable, you know. He was like, well, if you're gonna dress like us, then you need to wear a tie and some kind of collared shirt. I said, okay, that's cool. I got ties and collared shirts. I ain't saying
Right.
about it.
Right.
Um, he was literally the only one that had a problem with me. Everybody else, every other man, I got along with. There was this older white guy. He took me in under his wing and he was like, "Yo, I think you're gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna have to teach you how to talk to people because at first, I don't really talk to
Right.
people.
Right.
I just
Right.
don't go. So in that field, you have to go in, you have to, interact with other
Yeah, you
people
gotta
and
have
all
that
this and
customer
that.
service voice.
Right, right. So I would think like I only worked there for like 3 days, y'all.
Oh wow.
3. So the third day, I had to work at a different location, and even there, it was family. Like they was home. They wasn't judgmental or nothing. The guy had just told me he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna give you a good report because you're really doing good."
Mm-hmm.
Well, I get a call, and the lady that hired me was like, "Yeah, the guy from the first guy that I met, the manager there, he was like, he doesn't think you're gonna be a good fit because he don't want any customers being confused with what you're wearing. Do y'all
Wow.
see these?" Do y'all see these?
They
What are you
can't help
confused
but to
about? That
see.
ain't not you did come on now. What is there could be confused about?
Oh
So
no, dog. Verizon.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
y'all
bro.
did that. Y'all did me like that. So it when it comes to that, but you even if you don't even have to be in no kind of manly field,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what
I
I'm
was just
saying?
saying
If
that.
it
Yeah, most definitely.
if there's a man in any field, like I used to work at another place called Concentrics, and the most of the men, which is weird, most of the men I get along with.
Mm-hmm.
Any job that I ever had, I mostly get along with. But you always got
Got
that
that
one.
one.
You got that one. And so the job that I'm at now, I have never felt more welcomed and safe in my life. Like
Mm-hmm.
my company don't play that. We have LGBTQ day, we
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
rainbow. They don't play that there. So but it's real. It's real. I would say, when it comes to that, don't let them switch you, man. Because half of the time they mad because you're doing it better than them to begin with.
That I
And
mean,
and they
most of the
feel like
time, that's what that.
that
Most of
most
the
of the
time,
time
that's
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 what it really
definitely what
what
it
it
is.
is. Yeah.
I had a run in one time with the job that I was doing because at the time I worked in the facility as a residential facility where you work with juvenile kids, and we had the
Mm-hmm.
restrained children, all like teenagers. And you see, I'm small, so I got ones that's 300, 400 pounds, tall, 6 foot. Like these boys and girls was giants compared to my little self,
Yeah.
but they would always call me to do the restraints because I wasn't scared. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm like, I walked in like, I've been shot before. Ain't nothing that's gonna hurt more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. So if
Right.
they needed somebody to be taken down, they'll literally do a staff call and be like, yo, can we get Boyd down here? And I'll run down there and I'll go get it done. And so I started showing up all the dudes because the dudes
Mm-hmm.
would be afraid to restrain the boys. And sometimes the women wasn't able to restrain the boys because of size, height, and range.
Mm-hmm.
So it was one time, big old squad, big old thing, fight broke out. I'm talking about they was in there knocking staff out. All you see was my legs twist one up, take them down. Twist another one up, take them down. Twist
Take them
another one
down.
up. And you
Mm-hmm.
had the VPs in the building watching us. They did not come down to help. They did not come down to help nothing. When I end up going from shift lead to they wanted me to be the assistant manager, the damn shit closed down. And it was like, nah, we ain't finna have no little, no little gay little stud
Yep.
running the
That's how they
cockpits
do.
up in
Mm-hmm.
here. You know what I'm saying? They end up selling he ended up selling that part of the company. But I
Mm-hmm.
did get a call back to work for the autistic side with the SPWDD program. So it was just, I was the only one. But all the dudes is, hey, no, they called boy for something. And you got big niggas in there. I'm talking about you got
Right.
small
Right.
dudes in there sitting back like, man, I ain't finna restrain that dude. You didn't restrain them because you were scared. You know what I'm saying? But then you talk down on all the women, especially me. It was so much side conversations about, oh boy, think she know what she doing. Like, I'm small. You gotta know how to trip somebody up quick. You can't just walk up to somebody
Mm-hmm.
and think you're gonna take them down. So a lot of times I would sweep them. You know what I'm saying? Some shit
Mm-hmm.
wasn't legal to do a restraint. You can get in trouble for that. But I'm like, if you do a quick sweep, you know what I'm saying, for my size, for a tall or a bigger size person, it's easier for
Mm-hmm.
them to go down. And in the moment,
Right.
the women was getting celebrated and they were getting fired. The men were getting fired. The men was getting rolled up. They were getting questioned. They were getting talked. They was getting all types of shit. And all thing they could say was
Mm-hmm.
that's because they think Boyd the shit. That was it. That was all I got. And I was like, that shit made me feel so uncomfortable because I'm like,
Yeah.
you the
Yeah.
same dudes that smile in my face, dap me up when you want a donut and shit. You know what I'm saying? You want certain shit,
Mm-hmm.
but then you go do all this. But we got all the women that worked in that facility at those times. We was some bad bitches. And white girls too. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You see a blind, blue-eyed chick run across the field, and you see her take up a big black kid down. You be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we just had it
Yeah.
together, but we definitely
Mm-hmm.
dealt with that a whole lot, and it becomes frustrating, you know what I'm saying? You don't really
It
know
does.
like how to feel, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, damn, dude, you on my nuts or you not on my nuts, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want
Right.
to talk to them crazy because they get mad, want to violate you and shit. If you put this dick in you, girl.
I done had somebody did that, and I'm gonna tell you how you cancel that whole little segment right there. Y'all know I'm ignorant. I don't care what I say. Had a dude come up to me and he said, "Are you really sure you gay?" I said, "Are you really sure you straight?" He said, "Yeah, I love women." I said, "Me too. I love women." He said, "Well, let me show you what you're missing." I said, "No, let me show you what you missing. Cause if you gonna try to do me, I'm gonna try to do you." Oh man, go ahead with that. No. Cause see,
No.
what y'all gotta understand. What y'all gotta understand. That's not okay. I hate when men do that. That's
That
not
is
okay.
not okay.
Because if you don't want a gay guy coming up to you and be like, "Oh, you good. Let me
Yeah,
show you
yeah.
what you
Let me
missing,"
show
then
you.
don't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
I told you
It's a
what I
respect
like.
thing. It's definitely a respect thing.
Yeah, it's a respect thing. So, once I start going back
They
on
over here
him on
laughing
like
at
that,
your ass.
for real, I had to tell him, what I'm saying? You gonna try to stick me? No, I'm gonna stick you. So what's going to be? Because
So
you,
I
you're
was
not
at a
sticking
party
me.
one time. I was at a party one time, and the dude had hollered out, "Yo, Red!" You, he said, "Yo, Red, let me put the thing on you." And I was like, "Yo, Black, let me put the thing in your back." Yo, dude threatened to shoot me, bro. Dude was mad. He was ready to. He was
Yeah, they
ready to
get
take
real
me
upset.
out. He was ready to take me out. So
Yeah.
that's definitely a fucking thing. Definitely.
Like they love to say that women are emotional, but let's just be real. Men are the most emotional men on people on this earth.
Yeah, they do have
You
high
don't hear
emotions.
women, right? You don't hear women killing men because they got rejected. You hear men doing that.
Somebody
You know what
said
I'm
that's
saying?
the
I had a man.
toxic masculinity. Men are toxic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
definitely.
And it's black men. I'm sorry. I have never been disrespected by any white man. Y'all can get mad at me all you want.
Yeah,
I have
definitely.
never,
Listen,
never,
she said what she said. She has never been disrespected by a
never,
Caucasian man. Only black men be out here
ever.
disrespecting the LGBT communities.
Like I went to the store the other day. Tell you how so insecure that men can be. Black men can
Mm-hmm.
be. I'm walking in and it's this girl in front of me and the black dude hold the door for her and when we come up they like, "Nah, you got it."
Right.
So this white guy behind me was like, "Yo, that was rude. That was really rude." And y'all
Mm-hmm.
know when white people get upset about
Yeah, they
something, they
be
gonna
red. They
tell
turn
you.
pink quick.
They not
That was
yeah,
unauthorized. I
they
got that. I
not
got
just
that.
gonna let it go.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I'll hold the door for you. He was like, "You're still a lady. You're still a woman, and that is not okay." So he literally went in the store, y'all, and told that dude off. He was like, "I don't know what your problem is, buddy, but you seen her and you closed the door in her face? What is wrong with you? This is what's wrong with this world." I was like, "Oh,
They
wow,
don't
you want
know
to get
no
married,
freaking better.
sir?
They just ignorant. Yeah, yeah, they is
You
ignorant.
want to get
Definitely.
married, man?"
A Caucasian would definitely defend you quick. Somebody said,
Oh
"OMG,
yeah.
your white voice is the best."
Really, that dude
Definitely,
was
definitely,
upset.
definitely.
He
So
was
listen,
mad.
Bree Bree Comedy and me will be doing all the shows together and up and coming. Hopefully, we can get more comedians to join our roster and doing our stand-up comedy. What she has behind her is our flyer. We only have general admission tickets left for this show in Virginia Beach at the vendor venue at 2014 Atlantic Avenue, December 18th. The tickets are on sale on my Eventbrite. All you have to do is click the link in my bio, go to my Eventbrite, get your tickets. The tickets include the open bar, and we partying right after me and Bree Bree set. We're going to go in, we're going to mix and mingle, we're going to meet and greet, we're going to take some pictures. We do have a photographer and everything set for the show. We have our DJ, we got our lighting, we got a little bit more stuff I'm going to get together and stuff like that we need right now. Bree Bree, I thank you for joining me today. Gang, gang. I see you next time, Brody, on Let's Talk About It.
I'm
All right, we're jumping into it. Whoa, what's goody?
Yeah.
Yeah, you cheesy. What's goody? Y'all, this is the real
What's
stud
up,
mom
man?
right here. It's K, right? Is it K?
Yeah.
It's K? All right, yeah, this is K right here, y'all. Make sure y'all go follow
Yeah.
her. Make sure y'all go follow her on TikTok right now. Make sure y'all hit her up right now. Y'all get the followers up over there. Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
I love her smile. She has a beautiful smile, don't she? You breaking up. Uh-uh. She is, ain't it? They say you so cute. I can hear you now. I got you now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I got you now.
Yo, the connection is wild crazy.
Where you from?
New York.
Yeah, New York in the building, y'all.
Yeah. Oh man.
Let's go. So we've been talking about
Word.
mental health this week. So I just got through chopping it up with another masculine identified lesbian on mental health. So, that's kind of been our thing all this week. So I've been asking different masculine identified lesbians and studs, what does mental health look like to you?
Oh, that's a deep question. Mental stability.
Yeah.
Mental health could be a variety of things. Honestly, that's kind of like real broad. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, I would say knowing yourself, knowing basically who you are, being mentally stable. Mental health could mean a crazy thing to weigh. So
Yeah.
when you talk about mental health, it goes from here to like
Yeah, you can
hard.
you
You know
can
what I'm
it can
saying?
definitely spiral. So let me be more specific. Have you ran
Right.
into any issues? What was it like for you coming out mentally, like being out as a gay Black woman? What was it like?
I mean, I think it all came with like age and developmentally.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, it affected me different than how it does now. How it affects me now as an adult. So mentally, I was unstable as a child because I felt like people would judge me or like people are not going to accept me. Not really people, but my family.
Right.
And then when you be yourself and you're unapologetically you as an adult, mentally you more stable. So like for me, it was more so like a rock and a hard place because it's like, yeah, I want to be accepted. And then it was just like, so do I know? Because everybody's telling me like it's just a phase, or you might not know that you're really
Right,
being so. Like,
right.
now
I
I'm
hate
battling
that
between
one.
the two. It's like, do I know? Is this really like how do I find out? And then it's like, well, why don't you try to date men? Why don't you try to dress like more feminine? Why don't you try to, and it's like, no, these things don't work. So what I did do was say, instead of looking at it from one side of the spectrum, let me broaden my horizons and see first if this is my indefinite self.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did dibble and dabble with men, it just wasn't my thing. I looked at them like best friends and stuff like that.
Right.
So it was just like, would you live your life according to other people's plan or your own?
Ooh, I like that
You know what I'm
one.
saying? So then as I got older, it's like, I'm going to live for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when you came out, was it type like a real deal release for you, like when you were able to live your truth and be who you are?
Yes. Because then you feel like you and
Mm-hmm.
not like everybody else wants you to feel.
Right. Especially dealing with your family, I think for the most part, for myself, I can say like you don't want your family to not love you, not support you, not be there for you. So you try to dibble and dabble for them, but it's just like how long you gonna keep trying to do it for your family? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So was your family like more accepting when you just started living in your truth for you?
Let me tell you, to be honest, it's weird because I never had like an official like, oh, let's sit down at the table and let me come out. Let me tell you,
Feel it.
people, it was kind of like I don't have nothing to reveal because what's the difference? Like I
Mm-hmm.
never understood that there was like something to say. Like I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
that there was a something. I thought it was like bringing any kind of relationship. So I just brought my significant other around. I didn't think of it as like this is something different and I need to explain this. Nah, I'm at this age to date and this is the person that I'm dating, this person I'm bringing around. So maybe if you have questions you can ask, but I don't see a
Right,
problem
right,
with it.
right.
So it was just more so like that. Like when it's not something that I gave somebody the opportunity to tell me no about. Because when you come out, you have the opportunity. You open the door for people to feel like they need to explain or give you an explanation about whether or not they agree or not.
Right,
And I
right.
don't really like. I'm not strong enough for that stuff. So instead, I just did me. And if anybody didn't like it, they never told me. They just accepted it.
Somebody said, I feel better knowing I'm not the only one. Definitely. So that's what this conversation is about today, with having differently masculine identified lesbians and period in the LGBT, because we need to talk about this. So do you ever, so let me ask you this. How do you feel about like mentally, we still speaking on mentally, having masculine identified lesbian friends? Do you have other stud friends?
Yo, let me tell you, honestly, it's been a fail. It's downhill for me. And I think that when you talk about mental instability, some studs really have this thing where I feel like mentally they're not okay with themselves.
Yeah,
because they want to be in competition too much. And it's like, what are you
yeah.
we probably went through a similar lifestyle. Like we fighting the same people. We fighting the odds are against both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so what do you? I don't know. It just be so much competition in that world, and I just
Yeah.
don't understand it. Because when you open up too much to a stud, and you like, yo, yeah, let's be cool. They take that as like, that's kind of gay, or like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
god,
on
like,
some
nah, I
weird
got my
shit.
own best friend already, or I got a friend already, and it's like, relax.
Relax,
I'm
yeah,
just being
yeah.
nice. So it's like they want you to be hardcore all the time, and that's not my style.
Yeah. So definitely, I definitely agree with you on that because not for nothing, I done had so many failed stud relationships.
Hold
It's
on.
been crazy. And mentally,
Right.
like you said, you got to be mentally stable to deal with certain shit like that when coming from other masculine identified lesbians. Because you be like, yo, bro, 1 minute, the next minute, oh, I don't like her because she and then you be like, damn, we was just chopping it up in the group chat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
somebody said I haven't found my stud bro. Listen, my stud bro is transitioned already to male, from female to male, so he trans now. So I dibbled and dabbled with my trying to find me studs that, I'm good. I'm at the point to where it's good vibes and energy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
genuineness.
Right. And why does it only have to be like one? Like people have this thing where they have to have like one friend.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what's
You
going
can
on? Like,
have multiples, right?
right. And the community is like, I have to find that one person, and it's just locked in. Like you know, but nobody's coming inside the circle. Like it's like that's not a circle, that's a dot, first
Yeah,
of all.
that is a dot.
Like that's a
Definitely.
little
It's
period.
not
It's not
even
a
a
big
full
circle.
line yet.
Right. That's a semicolon or something. I don't know, but let's get it together. That's why I feel like a lot of people in the star community, it's hard for them to really flourish because they don't know how to build a team. They just so and especially when it comes to relationships, it's like, why don't y'all double dating? Oh, because you look at somebody girl, hold the door for my girl the wrong way. It's like, oh, you want my girl? Well, hold the
Right,
door for her.
right,
It's
right.
like, relax, bro.
So I got another question for you before we go into for my next two questions for you. So what advice would you have for other masculine identified lesbians out there that has this stigma of why they can't be friends or only thinking they only supposed to have one stud appointed friend?
I think that my advice would be that I think that if you're an advocate of people not judging, not separating, and you're an advocate of unity, and you feel that labels should not be like you shouldn't face stereotypes and stuff like that, then you have to check yourself because initially you're creating a stereotype if you're saying because you're a stud, I'm gonna limit my friendships with
Mm-hmm.
you because I could be. It doesn't matter who. If you're not gonna open up for me, don't open up for nobody. It doesn't matter if
Right,
I'm a
right,
stud, if I'm a dyke, if I'm a feminine girl, a masculine.
right.
It doesn't matter who you are, because now we talking labels when you start to say, "Well, I'm only gonna have one only stud."
Mm-hmm.
So now you're categorizing, and you're doing the same thing you don't want people to do to you.
Mm-hmm.
So my only advice would be to learn to trust, and if you have trust issues, that's something deeper than a friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's something way deeper than a friend. So
That's
mentally,
healing
you should get
mentally if you
therapy.
got those trust issues.
Right.
Yeah.
You should seek therapy and you should understand what's going on within that's causing you not to want to open that door of friendship for people.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I like your point of view when it comes to stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And definitely I feel like the energy speaks for itself with you. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely operate off love. So my next question for you would be, have you ever dealt with a biased situation in a workplace when being around men? So I know a lot of times masculine identified lesbians, we work any type of job. We can do anything. But has it ever,
Hey.
tell me a time where it's been where dudes had something to say because you were doing something that they felt was only for a man? Have you ever had that situation?
I never had that particular situation, but what I did do is have people treat me a different way or assume that I want to be treated a certain way, so they'll treat me that way. So, for example, I worked in a few barbershops before,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had people who would be like they'll be because in barbershops they talk about girls, they talk about ass,
Yeah,
they
they
talk about
top
sex,
everything.
yeah. So they feel like I want to be labeled as a certain thing and I want to be included in that way, and they forget that I'm a female. So it'll be like, yeah, bro, I know what's up, bro. Like I know you. And me personally, I don't go by. I don't. If you're calling me bro because of, if you think I want to be because you think I want to be labeled as a man, then detach me from
Yeah,
that. If you
detachment from
calling me
that,
bro
right?
because that's how you speak, then that's a different story. But because you're assuming that I feel like I'm a man, you like, yo, bro, look at her ass, bro. Like, yo, these bitches ain't. And it's like, if you call everybody bro, including your wife and including your daughters and including, then go
Then
ahead.
it's common,
But
yeah.
don't call me it because you assuming that's how I identify myself. And also, don't dehumanize women because you feel like I am a stud or that whatever you think I am. I'm still a female, so I don't want to hear you sitting here saying, yo, these bitches is crazy. I'm about to fuck all these bitches in here.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
little boy
Degrading women
with
in
his
front of
mom,
you
and he's
almost,
telling me
right?
about his mom, and it's like, yo, you don't have no respect for these females. So, nah,
She said, nah. So definitely,
nah, that's
so
not
you
my
you
thing.
cut hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a barber. So I know that's a different type of atmosphere for you anyway. You know what I'm saying? With having
But I don't
to,
cut hair. I don't cut hair currently right now, but I know how to cut hair. Yeah, I've been
yeah.
in a
So
barber shop
you
a few
worked in
times.
barbershops before and being in the atmosphere with all different type of men. So
Right.
what do you feel? What is your opinion or your thoughts about men trying to holler at masculine identified lesbians that they know are lesbians?
Men, women.
Yeah.
I feel like men are like jokes. Like when it comes to that, like I feel like they just I don't know. I think it's like a joke. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I could turn you on, my. I think it's just a test to see how far they could take it. Because realistically, what are you doing with me, and what am I doing with you? Like,
Mm-hmm.
unless you gay, like, because why would you even look at me in that way? Now I'm feeling like you like men yourself. Because if I'm masculine presenting,
Mm-hmm.
what about me attracts you to me?
You.
Like, why? That's a little weird to me.
Yeah.
To each his own. I
Mm-hmm.
don't judge anybody, but I'll simply tell people like that's not my thing. Like it's cool. I see that you feel like you can
Mm-hmm.
make me turn me out, whatever it is, but I'm good. Like, and personally, I don't get all rowdy with people like that. Why? Because it's not necessary. That's how you get. That's how you get into some deep stuff. There's some studs that
That's
feel
how
like they so
drama
masculine
happens. Yeah.
that they gotta be like, yo, son, stop playing with me. Don't ever come.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's just simply no, no, sir, I'm good.
Yeah, somebody said it is a game for them. Often, yeah, oftentimes when you speak on men trying to holler at masculine identified lesbians, you know what I'm saying? You often hear that stud or whatever done got mad and was like, yo, he done try to holler at me. I done call my man's them to run up on him. And it end up being something totally what it's not supposed to be. So I definitely agree with you when you say you don't take it personal. So I'm like that. If a dude try to
Right,
holler at me, I'll just be like, yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I think a
right.
lot of masculine identified lesbians get really upset, you know what I'm saying, when men do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think they feel like you said it's a game for them, but it ain't no game if you catch the right stud at that right time, you know what I'm saying? You trying to holler at them and they, have a bunch of niggas jump your ass, you know what I'm saying? Then you just beat up for no
Not for
reason
real.
and you trying to
Right.
retaliate. So definitely, because they are attracted to masculine energy. They gay secretly.
Right. Right. Hello.
Secretly, they are
Like the
gay.
two feet. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some women who may consider themselves masculine presenting, but they really don't. They just look like a tomboy. And there's some
Mm.
women who look like tomboys and really are not gay. So
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
men don't know. So if you don't tell them, it's like, all right, I'm just assuming you a tomboy. Relax. Like, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know. Like, because some men really are attracted to tomboys. Not
Yeah.
attracted to tomboys, but sometimes something about your personality will show them something different. So they'll feel like I have an attraction to you. I don't know why. And they're human. So regardless of what, everybody deserves to be attracted to whatever they're attracted to. However, if you are not attracted, then you're just
Mm-hmm.
not attracted. Just tell them no.
I mean that just goes back to when dressing like a tomboy was a trend in the 90s, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Look at
it
Aaliyah with the
was,
baggy pants. Like,
yeah, it
look
was
at
sexual, you
Tiana
know what I'm saying?
Taylor.
So yeah, men
Like,
didn't.
and she
I
got a
get
whole
that. I
husband.
definitely fuck with that. Definitely,
Right.
definitely. Y'all got any questions for her before we get off of here? Cause I know we've been chopping it up. Make sure y'all follow Kate. I'm gonna have you on a couple more of these if you don't mind. You will join me anytime on
No, you
Thursdays.
know what I'm saying?
Because I know I got some more questions and topics and stuff I want to run it with you about. Listen, we over here talking about you got a beautiful smile. You got a beautiful smile, man. You every time your
Thank you.
energy is deep. I love it. You keep
Thank
smiling, you
you.
keep shining and
Yours too,
everything.
man.
Yeah, for real. I'ma definitely keep you on these on Thursdays. So y'all get familiar with this face right here. Make sure y'all follow the Real Stud Mom. Make sure y'all get
Good
acquainted with
looking.
Kay. Make sure y'all understand that the studs and the masculine identified lesbians, it's a movement going on around this thing. If y'all want to recap, make sure y'all go follow my YouTube channel and subscribe. She is very beautiful, very, very, very. Somebody
Thank you. And
said
the crazy
some
thing is,
women.
I don't know how TikTok really works. I can't see none of your comments, but
Yeah,
thank
they
y'all.
on my
That's why
side. So
it's fun.
TikTok will show you my comments. They only show you
All
yours.
right.
So that's why I try
All
to
right.
read them out loud so you can know what they talking about,
Oh,
what
all
I'm
right,
reading
thank
down
you.
here.
And the same thing for people on my live. Yeah, go follow me, baby. Honestly, I really love your vibe. I even saw your YouTube channel. I said, yo, this is what we need on YouTube because I know the fun and games is cool, but when you start to really talk about the mental health, people run away from that.
Mm-hmm.
That's because it's a scary topic, but it's like people should really tune in.
Yeah, they need to tune in, and not for nothing, masculine identified lesbians, we need to learn how to use our voices more. Like we so slept on. The
Right.
knowledge is power. Like we got so much power in the game, and we need to open up. Let's shine this shit on these hoes. That's what
Right.
they need.
And
Somebody
honesty is
said
taken as a
facts.
weakness. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't when you have knowledge is incorporated as a weakness for some reason. Like people, it's like, oh, you a nerd, or you know too. It's like, yo,
Yes.
why is knowledge considered to be weak?
Mm-hmm.
So only selling drugs and being a part of a gang and shooting guns, that makes you a stud, the
Yeah.
top notch stud that everyone want to follow.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, y'all definitely not gonna get. Besides my comedy, we teach, we heal, we be there for people
Right.
over here. So, is there any advice or anything you want to say to the masculine identified lesbians on my side? Because you got some people over here that's loving you over here.
I love y'all, man. Stay connected and stay blessed. Always send out positive energy. Stop thinking that people want your girl. Stop thinking that people want anything personal. I mean, stop thinking that anything is on a personal level when it comes to these relationships with studs, like friendship relationships. I'm talking about, like, stop. Business is business. Personal life is personal. And if you really feel like somebody shouldn't be in your circle, then let them go. But give people a chance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Give people a chance. And the last thing I would say, if you are a masculine presented stud, don't run away from having a kid of your own. Sometimes we want to be parents to other people's kids, and they don't know how to they so scared to, sorry, look at Cairo bugging out.
Mm-hmm.
They so scared to have a child of their own because of whatever stereotypes that are in society. And I want to say that it's nothing like your own, baby.
Right. And you
Not
know
like,
what? And to speak on that, I did do the insemination earlier at the beginning of this year, but I did miscarry. So I wasn't fortunate.
sorry to
But
hear that, for real.
but it's definitely something we need to push more because masculine identified lesbians, we go through a lot of strange events when we dating women with children and they take them from us and we dealing with all this stuff like that. So me and you are definitely going to dedicate next Thursday to have a full-blown conversation and a heart-to-heart about being the real stud mom, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
And
already know that,
yeah,
baby.
yeah. And what's it like, you know what I'm saying, doing it, going through it, I want to chop it up with most of my studs. Is you and another one that I've been that I know now fully. So I'm gonna definitely exchange numbers with you and me and you gonna chop it up about next Thursday's topic and we're gonna let you tell your story and shine your light on these people, man. For
You already know. I
real. They said
appreciate the
time to
love, for
pop one.
real.
It's definitely time to pop one.
Oh, you
Everybody,
already
all
know,
my
right?
masculine identified lesbians, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Reach out to different masculine identified lesbians that you know have lived through it. This is one right here. If you have any questions, anything, reach out. Do not be afraid. You know what I'm saying? That's our problem.
It's
We
lit.
so
Right.
closed off and we don't know how to ask questions.
Ask away. Don't be shy because what are you there for? Like, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That's what personally I'm there for. I don't do this TikTok shit for no reason. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
shine light on the relationship I have with my son for a reason because not a lot of people accept it. And that's okay because I'm shining light on the people that don't, so I can educate you, and the people that do, so you can feel
Mm-hmm.
like you have a chance of your own and doing the same thing that I'm doing.
Yeah, man. This is dope.
Right.
This is very dope. And y'all make sure y'all tune in with me and Kay next Thursday at 5 p.m. We're gonna give the full hour to Kay and we're gonna really go in depth about this because I got a lot of questions. I done been through a lot. I know you done probably been through a lot. So we got
Heck
a lot to
yeah.
talk about. I'm gonna definitely DM you and give you my number so me and you can chop it up in the text message and stuff. All
Of
right.
course.
All right. So love and light to you, man. Thank you for joining me today.
Of course. All right,
All
later,
right,
y'all.
man. Oh.
Let me see you go.